welcome to my channel. My name is Barbara Del Monica, and today I'm taking you step by step through my signature curly hair routine. It has taken me almost a decade to perfect this routine, and when I say it's good, I mean it's good. Of course, there's lots of different ways to do your hair, and I discuss all of that on my channel all the time through all the videos I post all the time. But this is what I do for my hair when I really want my hair to look its best. I'm also gonna tell you a little bit about me and my journey as we style. But if you're new here, this channel is all about curly hair and curly hair techniques. So if that's something you're interested, definitely subscribe. But without further ado, let's get to the curl routine. So every good curl routine has water as the first step to your routine. So of course, you always wanna wash and condition your hair. You never want to apply products on hair that's not washed and conditioned, which yes, means that you should not be wetting your hair every day either. So I remember like back when I first would style my curly hair casually, I would just wet it in the shower and then maybe put conditioner in it, maybe not. But then I would just do a curly hair routine on like dirty hair that wasn't washed. This is bad for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's bad because your hair is going to get very frizzy over time because you're not washing it. And number two, it's bad because actually just re-wetting your hair every day or often can cause a different type of damage to your hair. So we don't want to do that. We want to spend time on a good curl routine so you don't have to feel like you need to do it every day and it just lasts days and days and days. So the curl routine that I'm about to do, this literally lasts me up to 10 days. On average, more like 5 or 6, but like day 7 plus would be like, you know, I'm doing like, I still have the same wash day, but maybe I'm doing like a style within that wash day. But I can wear my hair down for a good solid 6 days. So like I said, the beginning of every curl routine starts with water. How much water you use depends on your hair. My hair, because it's on the drier end, really prefers to be drenched when I style it. So I get out of the shower, like I only got out of the shower a few minutes ago, and then I'm literally re-wetting it. I think that this is a part of your curl routine that a lot of people miss, is like they'll put a towel on their hair after the shower or something like that, and it ruins everything. Don't do that. The only time you don't wanna have soaking wet hair is if you have really kind of like shiny hair or hair that falls flat really easily. That's the only type of hair that should not be soaking wet when you do it. And I just like went through that whole spray bottle just to re-wet my hair, so it goes to show how soaking wet it should be. So that being said, every good curl routine, once it has the correct amount of water on it, then has a leave-in conditioner or curl cream. This is a part of my C.G.O method of applying curly hair products. So it's my signature method. And basically I always say C.G.O, C.G.O, you have to style with C.G.O. So what that stands for is C stands for creams. So it's going to be creams or leave-in conditioners. And notice I say creams or leave-in conditioners, not leave-in conditioners and creams. It's just one or the other. Then G stands for gels or gels and mousses, any type of product that is going to hold your hair in place. So that's the G's, and both of those are on wet hair. Then the O stands for oil, and you apply oil to your hair when your hair is 100% dry, not on wet hair, once the routine is done. So we'll do the C step of this with our cream. I'm using a leave-in conditioner today. You can opt for a curl cream if you have more dense hair. I prefer a little bit more volume in my routine, so I tend to lean towards choosing leave-in conditioners over curl creams, but I have a whole video on leave-in conditioners versus curl creams. You can check it out if you want more information on that. Today I'm using the Olaplex No. 5 leave-in. Chose to use this one today because, like I said, it's a little bit lighter weight. It's also just moisture containing. There's no protein in it, but it has Olaplex's signature bond building technology in it, which I like because that's good for just making sure that my hair like stays bouncy, because I do color it and it does go through some damage. I change up the products I use every single time I wash my hair. I actually have a trademarked method of styling curls called Intuitive Curl Care. Through Intuitive Curl Care, you're supposed to be listening to your hair every day to give it the product it needs. So today I chose this because my hair was on the drier end, but I still really want to give it that volume, so I wanted to find a leave-in conditioner that wasn't too heavy. I just used one pump. I'm gonna use a tiny bit more just because I can tell it's not totally distributed throughout my hair. So notice when I applied it, I really just applied it to the mids and the ends. I just want to put a tiny bit on the top. You don't want to put much on the top because then it's going to weigh your hair down and then you're going to become very bottom heavy. And that's when you can start to get those like A shapes or triangle shapes to your hair. Then I'll always brush my leave-in conditioner or cream through. Now, when I first started my curly hair journey, I had no idea what protein meant, moisture meant. Of course, I had not developed intuitive curl care at that point, so I was really on my own. You know, especially back then, there wasn't too much on the internet about it, so it's kind of like a dog-eat-dog world out there, and it was really a straight-haired world at the time. But truly, as I learned to love my curls, I learned to love myself, which is the reason that I'm so passionate about starting this channel, starting my business, and just like basically my entire life revolves around curls. And when I say basically, actually, yes, my entire life revolves around curls, but that's how much it means to me. So because I found curls so complicated, that's why flash forward to now, I created Curls Monthly. Curls Monthly is my business. It is a curly hair subscription membership, and I wanted to really emphasize on education. So not only do you get like products sent to you every month, but you're also able to get lots of curl education. So we have an entire digital library of curl resources called Curls Monthly HQ. And every single subscriber also gets one-to-one curly hair coaching. I wanted to not just like send you products every month to try, but I also wanted to like really hold your hand through the process. So at this point, I'm gonna create my part. I either do side or middle. I think I'm gonna do a little side part today. But whenever I do my side part, I don't do like all the way to the side. I just do kind of like the corner of my eye, and then I just go back. Then I split my hair into sections. This is a big part for me because the smaller sections you split your hair into, the more voluminous this is going to be. So I used to just split my hair into 3 sections, and you'll see a lot of my videos, I'll do 3 sections. And there's nothing wrong with doing 3 sections, it's still correct, but that's going to add more definition. The more smaller sections you do, the more split up your curls are going to be, which is more volume you get. And these days I've been focusing more on volume, so I'll show you what I do. So the first section, each section will be like about 1 inch. The first section will be right at the bottom, and it'll be about this much hair, so it's not really much. Then I'll clip back the top section and take a gel. So of course this is the G step on my C.G.O method. Because my sections are so small, I'm taking a teeny tiny bit for each section, rubbing it in between my hands, and then applying it starting at the ends and then working to the top, just raking it in. Now I could just keep it here and scrunch every section, but for ultra definition, highly recommend the Bounce Curl volume brush. There's 2 different types of brushes from Bounce Curl. This one just has smaller little ridges in it, which gives more volume. So flash back to the beginning of my curl journey. Like I said, there was not very much information on curls at that time. And at the time I was working like a big girl corporate job, and I didn't really feel like, you know, learning this entire system and just like teaching myself what felt like rocket science just to like have good looking hair. I reverted, like a lot of curlies do, to straightening. I got keratin treatments. My hair was also super bleach damaged. And I read an article after a few years of doing keratin treatments that said they're linked to cancer. And of course, like, I don't want to be linked to cancer in anything I do, so that sort of freaked me out. And I stopped doing keratin treatments, and I kind of just decided like I could continue like being bad to my hair. So like when I'm older, I risk potential disease and also just like risk having bad looking hair. Or I could, you know, try to just embrace my curls the way that they are and see where that takes me. That was just a life-changing decision because not only did my hair get better, which has transformed my confidence in literally everything I do, but it just changed my entire career. So it's so crazy how just like one small tiny decision can like make you just change everything in a second. It's crazy. So actually before I started Curls Monthly, I started curly hair coaching. And that's because I really was able to transform my own head of hair. I had so many people like of my friends and family ask like how I did it. So I helped some of my friends and family transform their head of hair. And then it was COVID and, you know, everybody's lives changed. And I was like, I should charge people for this. Like, I should make this a business. So thus Curl Vitality, which was my like original username. If you're an original user, you know that, but Curl Vitality was born. After I'm done each section, I will just take the alligator clips and then clip back the section I just did. And that's just so when I'm styling, the sections don't get mixed up. It just makes it easier. So it's so crazy because I never set out to be like any type of content creator. I really just started to create content so I could advertise my business, which was Curl Vitality at the time. But, you know, I don't even know. I got so lucky. I was so blessed that I started posting on these like social media platforms, and then my videos just started to kind of blow up. Then I had a really long list of people to work with me for curl coaching. And honestly, I took a lot of the people. Like, I worked in a year with like over 1,000 people, which nobody should do. I burnt myself out like to the nth degree. One day I was crying. I didn't know like what I was going to do. I was like, I can't meet with people one-on-one anymore. Like I just burnt myself out with it. I got the idea to start Curls Monthly, which is a curly hair subscription service like I talked about. One thing really naturally led into the other, and that's why like Curls Monthly has so much education and coaching resources, is because like that's where I all started from. Like I started from educating and curl coaching. But like I'm showing you on every section, I'm just adding more gel. The gel I'm using is the Uncle Funky's Curly Magic. Love this gel. But again, I'm using this gel today because that is what my curls need. So a really cool thing with Curls Monthly is you can swap out any products. So we have new arrivals that come into our box, but if you don't want them, you can swap something out for something that you have your eye on. So we have hundreds of products in there for you to choose from, which is really cool. So each month you can like really curate your own box. And again, I'm really focusing on moisturizing products this wash day, so there's no protein in the gel either. So something that really had helped me transform my curls in the beginning was deep treatments. I don't think that like an everyday consumer knows enough about them. I remember when I was first, not even when I first started to transform my hair, but when I first started to give any ounce of care to what my hair looked like, you know, I would see deep treatments. Maybe I bought one time, I used it once and I was like, okay. But I can solidly say that deep treatments definitely transformed my hair. And P.S., you can see I'm doing this and respraying every section down because I feel like every section, as I get to it, it gets a little bit more dry and it makes the biggest difference, just trust me. But yeah, so deep treatments, like I started to do them more regularly when I learned truly how to take care of hair. And you would be like amazed at how much they transform my hair. I always say that like deep treatments are sort of like your skincare routine. So like you can't expect to have amazing skin by just doing your makeup. The amazing skin comes from you like actually taking care of your skin AM and PM. And then when you take care of your skin, then your makeup just automatically looks better. So that's kind of like the same premise that you can think of when we think of products, styling products like I'm doing now versus what you do in the shower. So your shampoo and your conditioner are your most important steps. Quite honestly, my hair is so healthy at this point that like I can style my hair with no products and I still have really good hair. Something else that I want to notate too, when I'm going through my sections with the detangling brush, I am making sure to lift the section from my scalp. And what that does is it'll just, again, provide root lift and volume, again, so we don't get that triangle or A shape to our hair. And then even like when I do the back section, like I'm about to show you now, like I will literally brush it like up and away to really emphasize that nice volume. I have honestly learned so much about my hair through teaching other people. I think that that's something that makes me super unique and like my channel super unique is that like I don't just know my hair. I worked with so many people, so I know a lot of people's hair and I know what a lot of people do. So that has really like changed my perspective and I think adds a lot to like, you know, why you should listen to me is because like not only do I obviously know how to style and do my own hair, but I really know what I'm talking about with other hair and curl types. Which, by the way, the actual shape that your curls make does not determine anything. Like you do not need to, you know, style your hair based on your curl type. It's not going to change anything. You mainly want to style your hair based on factors such as porosity or elasticity or anything like that. And I have a bunch of videos on all of those topics, so don't worry, got you on that too. And then the top section is obviously super important because it's the section you see. So more than ever, you wanna make sure that like you're really angling all your hair in the right direction. So I'm lifting straight up with that, up and away. Now I do have bangs right now. They're a little grown out, but I technically do have bangs. When I style my bangs, I'll style them away from everything else and I'll lift them up and back. That way you get that nice little like lift right there to your curls. Give it a little scrunchy scrunch. Same thing on this side, brushing up and away. Then I will take the clips out flip over and add a little bit more gel. The flipping over, again, helps with that root volume up here. It helps you just have more flow to your hair. So don't be scared, like when your hair is done and styled, you shouldn't be touching it, like running your fingers through it, but don't be scared to like move it around a little bit because it really helps with that like free flowing look of curly hair so it's not so like stiff. So I'm just gonna flip over and add in a little bit more gel just by scrunching in. And that sound is the sound you want to hear to know that your hair has the right amount of product in it. Now, still upside down, you just take a either t-shirt towel or a microfiber t-shirt or a microfiber towel and then scrunch. This will just help begin the drying process. So when I diffuse, it's not like I'm diffusing dripping wet hair. Then I flip back over, push kind of everything lightly into place. And now it's time to diffuse. I'm not gonna show step by step my diffusing tutorial on here, but I will tell you sort of like what I do. I'll sit upright and then I'll get my diffuser and then cut my hair starting at the side of my head and I'll go around 2 times. Every time I cut my hair, I hold it in place for exactly 45 seconds. That's the magic number. Slow and steady wins the race, 45 seconds. Then from there, I'll usually kind of like flip my head to one side and start hover diffusing all my sides, and then hover and spot diffuse the rest of the way. And that's what I do every single time and it works perfectly. Okay, so now my hair is 100% dry. I usually choose to diffuse from not dry at all to 100% dry, but you can always either air dry or just diffuse halfway or even a quarter through. Any amount of diffusing is always going to make your results that much better. So the next step of this C.G.O step is the O, the oil. So my hair is 100% dry. If your hair has just a little bit of wetness to it, all of this will not work. I'm using the bread oil this time. I like this oil because it's very lightweight. I just dab a little bit on my hands with oil. Certainly a little goes a long way, so just a tiny bit. And then I just rub that in my hands. Now, you might see that my hair is a little bit like crunchy and stiff and it has that gel cast over it. Obviously, this is not what we want our hair to look like long term, so you can clap or scrunch out the crunch. So I'll show you what I do. I do it with an oil on my hands for the shine, but you don't need an oil to clap it out. That's just an optional step. Literally, I will take my hair and clap. And already you can see a difference between this side and this side. This side I have clapped and haven't clapped. So I'm just gonna continue to do that throughout my entire head of hair. After you clap, you can scrunch it a little bit, as well as fluff it from your roots. And then we're basically done. Now, at this point, if I have any giant curl clumps, I'll kind of just gently break them apart just so it encourages volume. And then also, since I have layers in my hair, I'll just kind of make this motion a little bit. And this will just help separate my layers so my curls are not like conjoined together. And that is my curly hair routine. What do you think? You're gonna have to let me know below if you try this routine and let me know how you like it. Thank you for watching. I would love if you subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you next time.